we now have the definition of diameters and conjugate diameters of an ellipse. So diameter by the definition is nothing but the locus of middle points of a system of parallel chords of an ellipse. So that is, if we consider an ellipse and if we consider a system of parallel chords and then we consider their midpoints, then if we join those midpoints, then we get a line that's called diameter. So it is the locus of midpoints of system of parallel chords. So that is called the diameter. Now we will derive an equation for that diameter. So we have this theorem which states that the locus of midpoint of a system of parallel chords with slope as m of an ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1 is y is equal to minus b square by a square m into x. That is, it's a line through the origin. So we'll have the proof of this. We consider a system of parallel chords of an ellipse having the slope as m. Now let x1, y1 be the midpoint of a chord in that system. Then we can write out the equation of the chord in terms of its midpoint, namely t is equal to s1. So t actually stands for xx1 by a square plus yy1 by b square minus 1, and s1 stands for x1 square by a square plus y1 square by b square minus 1 in the case of ellipse. Now we will rewrite it, and this is what we get, and further rewriting it we get this to be of the form y is equal to mx plus c. So from this we can get the slope of this equation to be minus b square by x1 by a square by y1. Now already we have taken, see, this is the equation of the chord in terms of its midpoint, and already we have by the assumption that all of them have the slope as m. So this slope must be same as that m. So equating that. So since the parallel chords have already m as their slopes, we have m to be this slope. Both must be the same. So we have this. Or taking y1 to the other side, cross multiplying. This is what we get. But remember that we want to know only the locus. So locus of x1, y1 is y is equal to minus b square by a square m into x, which is a straight line passing through the origin. So y is equal to minus b square by a square m into x is the equation of system of the diameter, which is the locus of midpoint of system of parallel chords which have m as their slopes. So next we have the definition of conjugate diameters. Two diameters of an ellipse are said to be conjugate diameters if each bisects the chords parallel to the other. Two diameters of an ellipse are said to be conjugate diameters if each bisects the chords parallel to the other. So we will understand that by this diagram. We consider an ellipse, we consider a system of parallel chords, and then we consider the midpoints. So the locus of that will give a diameter, and we will consider another system of parallel chords, and we consider the midpoints, and that is this line. See, the locus of the midpoints of this system of parallel chords is this. The locus of midpoints of this system of parallel chords. We have two system of parallel chords, so we get two diameters. So next, so this is one diameter, and in order to define the conjugate diameters of an ellipse, we need two diameters. We say that these two diameters are conjugate diameters of an ellipse if each bisects, see if we consider this diameter say. Now why do I say that this diameter is conjugate to this diameter? Because this bisects the chords parallel to the other diameter. This is one diameter, this is another diameter. We say that these two diameters are conjugate diameters provided each in this case, first I will take this. So this one should bisect the chords parallel to the other, means this is the other diameter. So it bisects. So that means we have these two to be conjugate diameters. In the same way, if you consider this, you have each should bisect the chords parallel to the other. The other diameter in the second case is this. So chords parallel to that are these lines, blue color lines, and then this one bisects. So each bisects the chords parallel to the other. Now so that is the definition. Two diameters of an ellipse are said to be conjugate diameters if each bisects the chords parallel to the other. Now by the previous theorem we can easily get the equation of this line, this diameter, to be y is equal to minus b square by a square m2 x. Why is it so? If you consider these parallel lines having slope as m2 and the midpoints, when we join them we get the diameter. So once slope is known, equation of the diameter is known. So we have y is equal to minus b square by a square m2 x. And we have, remember that there are other parallel lines like this one blue color. So for that, if you take m1 to be the slope, then the diameter, equation of the diameter, okay, this one will have its slope as m1 because the parallel chords, they have the same slope, so we have m1. And how this one comes? Because m2 is the slope of these lines. Once slope is known, equation of diameter is known. Slope m2 means diameter equation is this. So we have, but already for this blue color line we have taken m1 to be the slope, means then this slope must be same as this slope. So equating that, so we have slope of this one to be minus b square by a square m2 and slope of this one to be m1. So we can equate that, or rewriting it, we get m1 m2 to be equal to minus b square by a square. So if we have system of parallel chords having the slopes as m1 and m2, the condition for the two diameters to be conjugate is that m1 m2 should be equal to minus b square by a square. So condition for two diameters with slopes m1 and m2 of an ellipse to be conjugate is m1 m2 should be equal to minus b square by a square. Now we can easily note that the major and minor axis of an ellipse is a pair of conjugate diameters. So what we had is we considered the ellipse, and then see we had diameters and conjugate diameters of an ellipse. The locus of midpoints of a system of parallel chords of an ellipse is called a diameter. So we considered system of parallel chords and then we considered the midpoints, and the locus is nothing but the diameter. Then we arrived at the equation. If we know the slope of the parallel chords as m, then the equation of the diameter is given by this. So for that we considered the system of parallel chords having m as the slope and x1 y1 to be the midpoint. Then we wrote the equation of the chord in terms of its midpoint, and then rewriting that we had the slope to be minus b square x1 by a square y1, that being the slope m. We equated them and then we want only the locus. So by just dropping the suffix we had this equation to be the equation of the diameter. Now two diameters of an ellipse are said to be conjugate diameters if each bisects the chords parallel to the other. So for that we considered an ellipse, and then parallel chord system of parallel chords with the M1 as their slope we first considered. So by considering their midpoint, we had one diameter, and another system of parallel chords we had, and by joining their midpoints we get another diameter. So that is this one, this blue color. And for conjugate diameters, we say that two diameters of an ellipse are conjugate if each bisects the chords parallel to the other. And to arrive at the equation, we consider these two are the diameters. So if we know the slope of this one to be m2, then the diameter will have its equation as this. But already we know that the slope of that is m1. So we can equate the slopes. So from that we get this. So if we have two diameters with slopes m1 and m2, then for them to be conjugate diameters, we have to have the product of the slopes to be minus b square by a square. So condition for two diameters of an ellipse to be conjugate is m1 m2 is equal to minus b square by a square. Thank you.